Alright, it's a little after 5 in the morning. It is the first Sunday ever you can hunt in Pennsylvania. And it is very windy and we got some rain coming. Very strong winds coming out of the south. So I don't want to sit in wind like that. So I'm going to hop on a leeward side of a ridge today and get out of the wind. Hopefully the deer are wanting to do the same. I don't know. Mile and a half hike total. Maybe more. I don't know. The last quarter mile of that hike is about at 800 feet elevation straight up that I gotta go up. So winding down here in Pennsylvania. Hopefully we can make it happen here soon. I've been grinding non-stop this whole season. So seeing good bucks, just can't get them in range and really can't get them on film, it seems. Maybe it's either been rainy and my camera's under a garbage bag, or it's just they're in too thick cover or something. I can't get film of them, but I'm seeing good bucks. Hopefully today's a different story. I'm gonna get dressed up here and hike up in there. I had a good hunt here last year on November 14th. Today is November 15th. I had a lot of good action, saw some big bucks, and it was very similar weather conditions to today, except there's no snow. So we're gonna give it a heck today. Stick around. I just heard a tree fall. Good thing I'm not in that one. Alright, it's 6:30 right now. My phone says, you can't see it. My phone says 3 miles. I've been hiking for an hour. I think my phone's off. It's probably 2 miles. I'm almost there. This is the hill I gotta climb straight up. You can see the top up there. It's probably 500 more feet straight up. But I stopped here because I smelled a buck. The wind's coming over the top of this mountain, and right now it's going this way. That's just how the wind works in these mountains. It's so unpredictable. It just does whatever it wants. It hits a mountain, and then it swirls. So, but the wind's going this way. So that buck was up here that I smelled. I'm gonna let it get a little bit more daylight so I can see. Maybe I can see where he's going. I don't smell him anymore, but he's around somewhere. Typically when I smell deer, they're within 100 yards. This wind's blowing pretty good right now, so he could be a little farther, who knows, but it was really strong, so I think he was within 100. Alright, we are set up. It's a little after 7 o'clock. This wind is really ripping today, so my setup is on the leeward side, just below the top. So what you have is this really strong wind coming this way, and this ridge runs like this. Top of the mountain's up here. The wind's coming over the top. And then what it does is kind of make a wind tunnel in here. So the whole way up this hill, I'm throwing milkweed, and my whole way up here, it's pulling up and kind of that way until I got to right here. I just throw milkweed and it would go straight up, left, it would go straight up, it would go right. So I knew I was in this wind tunnel, and this is where bucks will want to cruise, because you got the wind pulling up out of the bottom, you got the wind coming over the top. You can scent check anything if they walk right through the wind tunnel, anything above them, below them. Up here's a really good doe bedding area. It's an old clear cut on this top, really thick with mountain laurel and saplings, and there's oaks trickled through it. And right in above me is the first bench, and right below me is the second bench. The first bench has mountain laurel, and then it turns to pines the whole way down this hill. I'm right on the edge of this mountain laurel. Right here is an opening spot where there's a good deer trail through the mountain laurel coming out of that bedding area. So it's a good setup on paper. We'll see if buck wants to follow the script though. I have a trail camera here. It's been up since beginning of October, but I haven't checked it for 2-3 weeks now, so I'm excited to see what's on that. We're gonna hang tight, probably do an all day sit, see what comes through. Right now, just had a spike come in below me. The wind swirling really bad everywhere, but that's a good sign. He was just walking this ridge out below me. Looked like he was gonna come up here. He might have got tipped off by my wind, I don't know. I checked that camera yesterday. I had 4 bucks in here. 2 of them were nice bucks. All daylight. There's definitely a hot doe in here yesterday. Hopefully she's still hanging around. But that's a good sign. I saw that buck. It's only 10 o'clock, so hopefully there's some deer moving around right now. A nicer one will want to come in here. Like 11:30. I shot that arrow at like 11. That doe is still here at 30 yards. That buck was kind of just hanging in the mountain laurel here, looking down at me, looking down, didn't know what happened. He walked up to the left. I'm sure he's still here. I just can't see him, but I replayed the footage back. Definitely hit that branch. Oh well. That's alright. We're gonna keep on. Season's not over. Life's not over. You kind of just laugh about it, laugh it off, keep on. That doe came in perfect, and he did not follow her. He stayed about 5 yards in the mountain laurel, and then he kind of saw me and stopped or saw something, looked in my direction. I did have a branch in the way, but I figured I could sneak one in there. I was wrong. should for only be able to see, what, 50 yards? Yeah, I can only see about 50 yards in here all around me. It's pretty good. I like peanut M&Ms in the tree because when you chew them, it sounds like a deer chewing on acorns. It's a real loud crunch. Deer hear that. They come in every time. You just gotta know when to put the M&Ms down and grab your bow. After these ones, I better get ready because there's probably a buck running in right now. Here he comes. Oh, he got my wind. Works every time. Well, I guess that doe didn't go far. That same doe that came through this morning with that buck. I don't see him. He must have moved on. She's not hot enough for him. These guys with their high standards. Psh. Gotta take what you can get in the mountains, boy. I'll shut up now. Camera lens looks a little foggy, but that'll be alright. That's gonna do it here for this evening's hunt in the Pennsylvania mountains. Good hunt today, saw 3 bucks and a doe. And missed one. We'll be back at it tomorrow. I gotta calm down, head out of here. About 3 miles, I guess, 2 miles. Bad thing is, I carried all this stuff up in here, climber, 2 jackets, bow, camera arm. Now that it's all soaking wet, it weighs about 30 pounds, so at least it's downhill. We'll be back at it tomorrow. Thanks for watching this video, guys. I appreciate the support.